Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squad for boxing news and views from around the internet. And news it is today with the return of the heavyweight news and brief series. First off, details have been confirmed for the press tour for WBC champion Deontay Wilder and lineal champion Tyson Fury's December 1st fight. The tour, it'll kick off on October the 1st in London, in which will be a media-only event at BT Sports headquarters, followed by a stop in New York on October the 2nd at the Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum complex. And the third stop will be in Los Angeles on October the 3rd at a venue still to be confirmed. Both the American events will be open to the public. The fight itself is reported by multiple media outlets as to be landing at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Luis Ortiz is set to be on the undercard of that Wilder-Fury fight, with his trainer German Caicedo quoted as saying, "Yes, we are going to be on that card." After the fight in summer, Luis has stayed in the gym and remained there in an enviable way. "We are going to remind everyone that he's still an elite boxer, the best in the division. We are just waiting for the confirmation of our opponent for that date. Otherwise, Luis is in perfect condition. He doesn't stay far away from the gym. If he's not training for himself, he comes in there and helps me with other boxers." Tony Bellew believes Alexander Usyk will not be able to beat Anthony Joshua at heavyweight. Usyk is looking to move up to heavyweight, potentially after his fight with Bellew, which is later this year. The Ukrainian could be fast-tracked to a title shot with Joshua by way of his super champion status in the WBO, which could see him made mandatory challenger to Joshua's WBO belt. But Bellew, who believes he beats Usyk when the pair meet, told IFL TV, "I don't think he has the size. He maybe has the style. I don't think he has the size. I think Ant is improving every time he gets in the ring. I really think he is slowly and surely turning into the finished article. He's not the finished article just yet, but every time you watch him, you can see him learning from every fight." Usyk wanted this fight to be at heavyweight. He's just another man who wants to get at King AJ by going through the fat boy. It's just not going to happen the way he thinks. The former promoter for Joseph Parker, Dean Lonergan, says the perfect comeback fight for Parker would be against UFC hard-hitter Mark Hunt. Lonergan has told News Hub that Mark Hunt would be a wonderful fight for Joseph Parker from a promotional point of view. He says the only place that it would make real money is in New Zealand, but he's not sure it would compete with Joseph has been making on a global stage. He says the only true local fight that would have any appeal to New Zealand fans is that of Parker and Hunt. To a few fights that are on this weekend, there's quite a few on the radar. Lucas Browne, he's arrived in Australia's Gold Coast for his Friday night fight against 7'1" journeyman Julius Long. It's Browne's first comeback fight since getting sparked out at the hands of Dillian Whyte in March. The Australian is the favourite against a man who he's already beaten, having knocked out Long in 2015. The fight will be streamed on epiccentre.tv. That's epiccentre.tv. China's #1 heavyweight Zhilei Zhang will defend his Oriental heavyweight belt on Friday as well against American Don Hainsworth in China. Big Bang Zhang will look to improve his record to 20-0. The Nordic Nightmare Robert Hallenius will be back in action this week in a crossroads fight with Erkan Tepe in Germany. The pair have both been treading water in the division in recent years after injuries, losses, and also in Tepe's case, failed drugs tests. A win for either would be an injection of momentum into their somewhat stalled careers. Tepe currently has one ranking of 7th in the IBF, while Hallenius is not ranked in the top 15 of any of the sanctioning bodies. The 5-0 Danish prospect Kim Lundqvist will feature on the undercard of the WBSS middleweight final between George Groves and Callum Smith against a 4-1 opponent Murad Omar in an 8-rounder. As I covered earlier this week, prospects Joyce and F.A. Ajagba are back in the ring in a card in California this weekend. And coincidentally, the main event for that fight between John Molina and Victor Ortiz has been cancelled after Ortiz was charged with multiple counts of sexual assault. The event is still going ahead at this stage. But for my thoughts on Joyce and Ajagba's fights, I'll link to that video at the end of this one. Meanwhile, Japanese heavyweight Kyotaro Fujimoto has advanced to 20-1 this week after scoring a 6th-round retirement win over former middleweight Suthat Kalalek. That's it from me. Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.